Oh, Microsoft, Microsoft, Microsoft. You guys just never want to do anything right.
Suddenly piece yourself back together now. What's your vision?
What is up, guys? It's that GTA fan 720 with yet another video. Now, a lot of you guys have been commenting over the years on my video that I made a couple days, well, not a couple days, a couple years ago, about the Windows 10 forced upgrades that happened, well, about a year ago. So, a lot of people have been saying like, oh well, Microsoft, they're spying on us with Windows 10. I'm running Windows 10 on my main desktop again, but I tried to run Windows 8.1 previously, and I could not log into my Microsoft account. And Microsoft actually has a bug in Windows 8.1 that you cannot log into your Microsoft account or sync OneDrive on your Windows 8.1 machine. And the only thing I found weird about this is that all the articles said that, oh, it's this update. Whenever I had this issue, even after a fresh install of Windows 8.1, and both before and after installing that update, I uninstalled the update, uninstalled a bunch of other updates, just random updates, and it always had the exact same issue. No matter how many times I reinstalled it on my desktop, I could not log into my Microsoft account. Now I'm logged into my Microsoft account on my Windows 10 computer, but on the Windows 8.1, whenever I had it installed on here, it did not work. So I want to test on my laptop because this is my Windows XP partition, but I have this 160 gig drive that has Windows 8 already installed on it. So I want to test if you have an installation that's already set up with a Microsoft account, then will it essentially break it, or will you still be able to log in even without this bug? And also, everyone's saying Windows 8.1, and people would just say, oh, it's an update, which means that the original Windows 8 wouldn't be affected by this, supposedly, because it never got that update. However, I had this issue on 8.1 even with a clean install. So let's also see if Windows 8 in any way is affected by this. Now, this has Windows 8 on it, but, once we see if this works, then we're also going to try reinstalling Windows 8, the original Windows 8, and see if this has the exact same issue. So let's get started. Shut this down real quick. I already pressed it once, but it didn't do it. Come on. Come on, turn off. Come on. Come on. Nope. It's not working. Well, that's just beautiful. Automatic repair couldn't repair your PC. What does that say? System 30. Who cares? Let's nuke this. Is this gonna do it? Is this gonna do it? Come on. Give me that. Come on. Press any key. Press any key. And didn't like that. Hello? Anybody home? Psych! Won't work. And we're making some progress. No, no, what is it doing? Hello? Hello? Alright, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try to boot directly into Windows 7 because Windows 8 doesn't work. See, this hard drive already had 8 and 7, but 8 doesn't work. So we're gonna go to 7, and we're gonna put the disk in, launch it from 7, and then upgrade from 7 to 8, and see if at that point we can try a Microsoft account. I actually realized that I've installed this version of Windows 7 like 6 months ago, and I haven't touched it since, and now I get this thing. You may be a victim of software counterfeiting. Isn't that beautiful? Well, that's weird, because according to my system information, it's activated. So I don't really understand why it's not working. Anyways, and yes, this is Windows 7, because I know it looks like Vista, but it's Windows 7. It says it right there. It's Windows 7. And if you still don't believe me, just because I have to prove a point to all you people, this is indeed. You can see it says Windows Vista Ultimate, but right there, focus, it says version 6.1, build 7601, and then it says Windows 7. So, anyways, we're gonna open up. This camera is not doing well. Come on, focus. So what we're gonna do is we're going to try to launch the Windows 8 setup from Windows 7. There's a Windows 8 partition that's not working. I don't think I have anything in my documents, do I? Oh, okay. Let's see if this does anything. What the heck is that? Yes? Hello? Please? Come on, Windows 8. Come on. It's okay, Windows 8. It's okay. It's okay. Come on, Windows 8. Come on. Come on. Come on. Nope. The good news is that I actually have another Windows 8 disk. The bad news, I have another Windows 8 disk. Now we're getting somewhere. Well, I still have plans on using Windows 8, so you guys aren't going to get a product key. However, through the power of editing, by the time you see the next clip, Windows 8 should be installed. Let's hope.
2 hours later.
So here we are at the sign-in screen. It's asking me to sign in with my Microsoft account. I put in my Wi-Fi. So let's see what happens. Okay, it's checking. Oh, something happened and we couldn't set up your Microsoft account. You'll be able to change to a Microsoft account later in PC settings. Okay, so it didn't work in Windows 8, but that's just on the sign-in screen. So let's log in with a local account and see if we can't switch to an MS one. And as you can see, even once we get into the OS, we are met with the exact same problem. Although this time we were allowed to enter our email first, whereas before this message popped up immediately on 8.1. So unfortunately, yes, it's not an update in 8.1. It's actually on the Microsoft server side that is preventing every version of Windows 8 from connecting to a Microsoft account. Now, some people were bringing up, oh, well, this is because they can't allow a old operating system to connect to their servers. However, keep in mind is that Windows 8.1 is still under the mainstream support phase until January of 2018. That's still several months where Microsoft is legally required to continue supporting Windows 8.1, provided they have all the latest updates. Now, if this was just the original Windows 8, then it's no problem because Windows 8 is out of support and you need to update to 8.1 to receive further support. Support for Windows 8 ended in January 2016. However, 8.1 still has extended support until 2023, which Microsoft is required to abide by per their life cycle, their life cycle policy. And some people say, well, why can't they just change that? Because Windows 10 is better anyway. Well, because a lot of businesses actually plan their upgrades based on these lifecycle policies, and that's how they plan to migrate to newer systems to essentially prevent an XP from happening where they're stuck on old abandoned operating systems. Because keep in mind, businesses are not in their best interest to spend, hundreds of hours and potentially dollars into upgrading all of their machines to the latest software. That's not in their best interest. And even consumer users, there are plenty of times where they can't upgrade. Yes, I know people will say, but you can still get the Windows 10 upgrade for free. Well, for example, on this computer, does not have drivers for anything past Windows 8. Windows 10 is not supported on this machine. So I have a lot of problems running Windows 10 on this machine, which means that I have no way to officially run a supported version of Microsoft's operating system and still sync with my cloud storage. Now the good thing is that the original Windows 8 allows you to download the OneDrive desktop client and still use it, whereas 8.1 doesn't let you. So if you can, I might even recommend rolling back to the original Windows 8 for the time being if all you need is to use the desktop OneDrive client. And I know a lot of people will say, upgrade to Windows 10, upgrade to Windows 10. But the fact is that Windows 8.1 is still within the support phase, and this bug should not be there. And what I basically proved is that this bug is on Microsoft's server side and not done by a bad update like many articles were claiming. So from my personal experience doing clean installs of 8.1 over and over again, is that this is on Microsoft's server side that needs to be fixed, and it's not something that can simply be patched. It's something that would have to be completely redone on their end. And I am just really worried that they're just going to be like, oh, well, I guess it's done. Which I know it's not going to be like that forever. I know probably, who knows if it'll be a week from now or 3 months from now. But at some point, there will be somebody who steps in and says, Microsoft, you need to fix this. So, I know a lot of businesses don't use Microsoft accounts and all that, but still, there's going to be someone who steps in, hopefully, and fixes this, because I still enjoy using Windows 8 on many, and the Windows 8 series on multiple machines. I wanted to use Windows 8.1 on here, but it turns out that I can't do this, which is a deal breaker for me. So now I am on Windows 10. So anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on this? I personally think it really sucks because, I am a Microsoft account user. I am in the Microsoft ecosystem, and it sucks how I can't have, there's no official way on this machine that I can sign into my Microsoft account through Windows. So, that's kind of, unfortunate. But, I mean, I have Windows 8 installed now, so I can install the desktop OneDrive client. But the moment this computer upgrades to 8.1, unless I go out of my way to force it to not upgrade, it will effectively disable the OneDrive client. So, and I know there's a web portal, but I like having it integrated. So, I guess for now I'll use Windows 8, and there is a way to block the Windows 8.1 update, and there's actually a patch that you can do that'll give, I'm sorry guys, I'm really tired right now, it's really early in the morning, but there's a patch that you can give that'll actually give the original Windows 8 the same update support as Windows Server 2012, which Windows Server 2012 is based on the original Windows 8, and it still gets support until 2023, just like the fully updated version of 8.1. So that is an option if you want to stick with the original Windows 8 for different compatibility reasons. Because keep in mind, there's a lot of compatibility things in Windows 8 that were stripped out in 8.1. That's why there was a lot of people that were having problems with the 8.1 update because, Microsoft says it's just a little bit of an update, but it's actually a complete overhaul of the OS. And we now know that with how they've been handling Windows 10. Every time a new build comes out, there's always something that changes, something that needs to be updated, something that breaks. So it's pretty clear that this is what's happening. So in the meantime, definitely if you can stay on Windows 8, or obviously if you're on Windows 7 or Windows 10, this doesn't really affect you. But who knows, maybe, and I found out that this isn't just legacy Windows builds. I actually installed the RTM of Windows 10 on my main machine, and I was able to log into my Microsoft account just fine and then I was it immediately downloaded the Creators Update. And that is one thing, you can go from Windows 10 from the RTM directly to the Creators Update. It doesn't matter what build you're on, at least in my experience. So even the RTM of Windows 10, which is technically out of support. Keep in mind the way the Windows 10 life cycles work, the RTM is, as of now, out of support, just like the original Windows 8 is. So if anything, Windows 8.0 and then Windows 10 RTM, and maybe build 1.5.1, I'm not sure, should all have this bug. And then the 8.1 update 1 and when the newer builds of Windows 10 shouldn't have it. At least if you're going based on security and based on support life cycles. So anyway, guys, this is that GTA Fan 720. Leave your thoughts on this in the comments below. I think it kind of sucks. But yeah, so I'll keep you guys updated if this issue gets fixed on their side or if not. But Microsoft, they've screwed over people once again. And I'm still using, on this hard drive, I'm still using Windows XP without a hitch. And I have updates until 2019. If you guys want to know how to get updates on Windows XP for till 2019, yes, that's real. It's basically under the same logic of the original Windows 8 getting support until 2023. You basically, put it on the same update cycle via a registry tweak that gets it to the same, essentially tricks your system into thinking that you're running the corporate version that gets support for much longer. And it's all the same code base anyway. So I've been running the Windows POS Ready 2009 updates on XP since 2014, and it's now what, so 3 years, and I've not gotten a single bad update. That's not even designed for XP. Whereas this, there's an update that was designed for 8.1, and it not only bricked the ability to log into your Microsoft account, but it also ruined Microsoft's server side, which means that now nobody can get their Microsoft account. So that's unfortunate. And of course, I couldn't test one that was already signed in because my old partition was nuked. But this is just a warning. If you have 8.1 and you have a Microsoft account and you're thinking about reformatting your PC, don't. Just plain don't, because you will not be able to log into your Microsoft account. So, anyway, guys, this is that GTA Fan 720 signing out, and I hope you all have a good one.